Series race with the NBC Sports app and get closer with additional camera angles, driver stats, and track information. Available on mobile, tablet, and connected TV. Download the app and find out more at NBCSports.com/live. It's a live look at downtown Indianapolis, my favorite cities in the country. And they are going to see a new format, or the format for the Dash for Cash races here this weekend. And of course, 4 drivers will get a chance to go for the $100,000, the 2 highest finishers from each heat. And the heat lineups will be determined by qualifying. Odd number qualifiers go in 1, even number qualifiers go in 2. They made that simple for me, KP.
Good.
And the main will be 60 laps. That'll be an interesting race. A little more sense of urgency, DJ, there with just a 60-lap main at the end.
Yeah, you certainly, it's going to mean a lot to start it. We documented how tough it is to pass at this racetrack.
Yeah.
So, but, on the other side of it, how aggressive do you get? Because you can't pull out a backup car, and you don't want to put your crew to work, and you actually don't have a lot of time to be working on the car if something should happen.
Yeah, I think the heat races throw a totally different kink into this race. You need to protect your car. You don't need to get up there and be overly aggressive in the heat race, but you don't want to start too far towards the back or in the middle of the pack because it's a sprint race. They run the Indy 500, the Brickyard 400, and then they run a sprint race here for these guys. So it's a totally different type of race than what we're used to seeing in the other races.
There is the newly engaged Jeremy Clements. Jumped out of an airplane, kept a ring in his pocket, and when his girlfriend Courtney followed him to the ground, he proposed. She said yes. But we really show you him because he's one of the bubble drivers right now for the Xfinity Series chase.
And I'm going to say this. We talk about him, and Dale and I have talked about this group of drivers, Ryan Sieg and Blake Cook and Ross Krishnan, Chris Chastain and Jeremy Clements. These guys do more with less than anybody I've ever seen. This group right here, Jeremy Clements is a good little race car driver. He gets everything out of that car every lap, no matter where he's at. Never puts himself in a bad position to take himself out of the race. Takes advantage of somebody else's mistakes, but runs solid races. And from their engine program to their cars, you go down and look at it and talk to them, and I'm in awe of what they do.
And that engine program is Clements built. His father, Tony, down there tuning on it this morning. And they have about 4 guys that work in the shop in addition to Jeremy driving the race car. He right now, as you saw, just a few points out of the chase grid and needs a strong run here. He's had it before. First time they raced here, top 10. Marty?
Dave, top of the speed chart, as you see, is Daniel Suarez. He's got a little extra motivation this weekend. His childhood hero, Adrian Fernandez, former open wheel star, IndyCar star, is here this weekend. You see a red flag on the racetrack right now. And I asked Adrian, what's impressed you most about Daniel? He said his head. He's so level-headed. There you see Adrian on the left side of your screen talking to Steve D'Souza with Joe Gibbs Racing. He said he's so level-headed. He said if I came in here and was in this series at his age, I would have been completely overwhelmed. No way I could have handled it. But I'm so impressed with what he's done, and I'm so proud of how he represents our country in Mexico. Of course, Adrian, former driver in IndyCar and a Mexican driver as well, and he said, I'm just so proud of what Daniel has done. I'm kind of honored to hang out with him this weekend, but maybe a little pressure, guys, with his childhood hero hanging out with him today.
Marty, that's a great story. Adrian actually drove 10 Xfinity Series races for Hendrick. So he understands what's going on down there, but Daniel's certainly the pro on this side. We've got fluid on the racetrack, according to NASCAR, so they've thrown the red. Going to stop down for just a moment. Looks like Mario Gosselin might have been the guy with trouble here at Indy.